In this video, I'm going to go over some of the rigs that I use to target blackfish. The most famous of these rigs is obviously the Snafu Rig, and it's famous because the world record was caught on a Snafu Rig. And this rig is basically made by tying a dropper here in the middle, and on either ends of the dropper you have a hook snelled on, and both hooks go into one crab. Some people cut the crab in half and have two pieces dangling, but the purpose of this was originally to be able to present a whole crab to the blackfish. This rig works very well. Many anglers swear by this rig, and it's caught many big fish, and obviously it's caught the world record. So this rig works. It's probably the most famous rig. The most popular rig, or the most well-used rig, is this rig right here, and it's just simple. It's a hook snelled onto a leader, and this is the rig that all mates tie, originally for every angler, and this is probably the rig that you started out with. A variation on this rig is it's called the Belmar Rake, or the sliding rig, or the dildo. And basically, with the rig that you saw before, the single hook, you add a second hook, and it's facing the same way, and it's called obviously the slider because the second hook can slide up and down. This rig is good for presenting a whole crab or two smaller pieces on one leader. A variation on this rig right here is the Sweetheart Rig, and that's when you flip the sliding hook, and I'll show you that one right here. And when you flip it, you get a heart like this. And so because of the heart here, that's why it's called a Sweetheart Rig. The rig that I use most frequently, that I personally use, is a variation on the Snafu Rig. And what the Snafu Rig is, it's a inline snafu. So instead of having the two hooks spread out due to the dropper loop, I actually use this knot right here, and that's a figure 8 on a bite, and I use that to keep the two hooks together side by side. I personally like this rig here because when it's presented and there's some current, I feel it's a little more smooth in the water, hydrodynamic. I don't know if that's a term, but I think it offers a better presentation than a snafu, because the snafu, spreads out due to the dropper, but this is more streamlined. And those are the rigs that I use. Thank you guys.